We should be streaming momentarily. Alright, looks like we're up on YouTube, we're up on Beam, and we're up on Twitch. Alright, it's Saturday morning, and that means it's time for more Troubles of Middle Earth. It's decided that it's Troubles this time. It seems to vacillate between that and Tales, where we are never leaving Bree. I don't even have any poison. Oh my goodness. That's right, I've got a sprig of Athelas because I'm actually considering doing the last town quest. Let's see what this is. Nothing I really care about. Yeah, if I can find a weapon that will, what is my ability to... I only have one shot per round. Um... 75 damage per shot on average is not great. I mean, I guess I could enchant some stuff to slay evil. Venom, Acid, Flame, and Frost. I can't do slay evil, I guess. Yeah, if I get a weapon that resists being shattered... Or I guess maybe if I get some exploding bolts and... A potion of experience already! Okay, okay, okay. Okay. We got our 1 in 3 shot. 1 in 3. Please save me for my horrible idea of trying to take on a ring wraith. Ah! I am so frustrated. That is 3 potions. No. 0. Recipes in 1 out of 3 shots. You know, I'm going to take the mana ones out because I can get wands of mana thrust and pump those in. Alright, I guess the plan to opportunistically go after the Ring Wraith quest is still on the table. As much as I hate it and myself. But this is like the 3rd week in a row where one of the first cycles I see a potion of experience. I actually need to pay attention to the ammo. Because all of the problems with ring wraiths shattering your weapons and whatnot do not apply to ranged weapons. I wish they had more seeker bolts than just the one. The explosion is darkness. I bet they don't care about darkness too much. Although it's hard to say whether they resist it. Oh, I got another fate. Let's see what my new fate is. You're fated to find an essence of darkness on level 1. Oh boy. You have no idea how much I don't care about that. Yeah, the real problem with fates is that by the late game, when you stop caring about them, they will just fill up that message. It'll be a bunch of spam, basically. Speaking of, you know what? I bet that would help. Against a ring wraith. Ring wraiths being undead. Alright, let's check my fate. I have 2 fates, apparently, that I didn't get. Potion of apple juice. And a wand of mage lock. Oh boy. I do care about essences of time still. Right, is there anything in here that would help, actually? Well, I could throw on Ring of Slaying. I'm guessing the halberd doesn't resist being shattered. Nope. Slate Demon. Do I have Slay Demon? Let me see. I don't know what slays are. And I don't have a category for weapon. Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it and extract it. Oh, it's chaos. Nice. I needed that. Demon, Orc, and Troll are what I've got right now. None of which will help. But Chaos Essences will help. I'm sorry, did I just see... No, it's just dude begging for help. I thought I saw another fate message go by. I can't believe I'm so desperate that I'm going to go kill a ringlet. I'm going to try to kill a ring wraith. Oh my god, go away. But if I can get some more exploding bolts and turn them into something of slay... Not dragon. But slay undead. Or evil. Slay evil would be nice. That would certainly help. Is of wounding. I forget what wounding does. I think it causes cuts or something. Something like that. Yeah, do I have the recipe for this Dispel Undead? Oh, those are extra life essences. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want to spend extra life essences on those just to fight the Ring Wraith. Western S. Oh, it's like trolls and goblins and crap. Not finding even any more bolts. Slay animal is not something I care about. But it would give me chaos essences if I did that. It's probably not worth it. Not for that amount of money anyway. Now I have to be careful of these stupid street urchins. It's a potion of healing. It'll give me something. SQPat says, alright, Angbon time. It is indeed. You may have missed me get another potion of experience and immediately not get the recipe again. As usual. I see this lets you learn recipes for potions as an alchemist. You can learn recipes for basically any magic item. And there are some ways to do it, but the only way for me to get the recipe for Potion of Experience without leaving town and finding one in a dungeon is to buy it from the store, the black market, when it occasionally gets them in stock. And by occasionally, I mean I've seen like 5 over the entire course of this playthrough, however many weeks it's been. And destroy it, and you get a 1 in 3 shot of learning the recipe when you destroy it. Does it take that long to level up? When you don't leave town, it takes a lot longer to level up because there are no monsters in town except for quests. There's another bolt. If I can get a nice stack of those and a good enchantment. There's a scroll requirement. Do I have... That's like 50 magic essences is why I bought that, I think. Yeah, I'm not leaving Bree. It only got me 10. I guess the greater requirement is 50. But still, 10 magic essences. I'll take it. And then get rid of the empty scroll. I already checked these stores, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, if this were a regular playthrough as an alchemist, the first thing I'd do is blow up a 3-headed Hydra, sell the Bree, gain like 18 levels immediately. Go into the first dungeon to get special items from quests, to get recipes. That's 16. Is the overworld somewhat static? It is almost entirely static. The only randomness I've seen is like wilderness is randomized, I believe, to a certain extent. Alright, rest for the night. So this is sort of like ADOM. Yeah, this is based on Angbon, which is another roguelike, like ADOM and NetHack. All the dungeon levels are completely randomized. The overworld, the terrain, the cities, they're all fixed locations. The randomization was set around, like, the density of the trees and things like that. The density of water tiles. ToME specifically, you know, Pat says ADOM has an overworld with random dungeons and quests. ToME specifically has fixed dungeons in that they are the same dungeons and they are in the same locations on the overworld, but the levels are randomized. Like when you go into the first dungeon, you will get randomized patterns of walls and doors and all that stuff, like a traditional roguelike. But the first dungeon is always the Barrow Downs. It is always the same location on the overworld. It is always 10 levels deep. Things like that. And most of the quests are fixed. Like the first quest is always a home quest to unlock the house and building 8, which is always killing some thieves and such. Thieves and their cronies. Then the next quest was the troll quest. Is another. It was in a special level. You fight a bunch of trolls, including the 3 from The Hobbit: the Bert, Bill, and Tom. The next quest, however, is to fight a ring wraith who will spawn in town and just own your ass unless you're super prepared. And as soon as you go and accept that quest, the ring wraith spawns, and will just start to mess you up. So I can't even, do the prompt for this is the quest that I'm not taking until I'm ready. It's like if you go talk to him, bam, ring wraith in your face. Yeah, that's why I had this Sprig of Athelas. I saw that in the black market and scooped it up, because you need that to cure the Black Breath status that they give you, which is super terrible. They will destroy any weapon, a melee weapon that you hit them with. Artifacts have a saving throw, and if the artifact has the flag, resists being shattered by Morgul beings, then it has a better saving throw. So I'm either looking for a weapon with that flag, or I'm looking for some like slay evil or slay undead recipe to put on a bunch of exploding bolts so that I could shoot him. Oddly specific resist. Well, there's 9 ring wraiths in the game. Obviously, they're all unique monsters. And, as I said, they will mess you up if you come across them unprepared, so if you don't want your favorite weapon getting shattered to pieces, you want to grab one as a swap. You got some really mediocre random armor. And of course, as soon as I start looking for this stuff to fight the ring wraith, I stop seeing it in the stores. Because that's how the game works. But I'm buying up every exploding bolt I can get. So I can turn them all into things. As soon as I get a recipe for it. And I'll have, hopefully, a decent stack of ammo to fling at the ring wraith and not die myself. I also got a scroll of Dispel Undead, which ought to hurt it. So I'm hanging on to that. And of course, if I see and get a potion of experience, then I could put the whole ring wraith thing to the side. Say, screw it, I'm just going back to plan A of farm up potion ingredients. I probably ought to save some of these potions of speed that I'm finding, because I would want them for the Ring Wraith fight. But I'm dumb. I can always turn them back into potions once they're essences, after all. Yay, more fate. So far, I've only had one good fate. Out of at least a dozen. Oh boy, you may meet a singing happy drunk on level 1. I can meet a singing happy drunk right now. Get over here. Bam, he's dead. I just met my fate. No, this isn't level 1, it's dungeon level 1. That it's talking about... Defender does not resist being shattered. There is some ego type, you know, some weapon brand that has resist being shattered, but I don't remember what the hell it is. I probably ought to look it up. But if I did, I would forget by next week. So it doesn't really matter too much. Unless you want me to stop and do it. Oh, that is an idea. I can make a ton of potions of detonations. Yeah, that's a better idea than bolts, I think. Change of plans. I can make potions of detonations and just fling them at the Ring Wraith the same way I would at that three-headed Hydra I mentioned that I would do this to for that level 1 if I were playing this not in a challenge mode. Or if I were playing an Alchemist, not in a challenge mode, I should say. I got 51. I'm gonna want 60 because I don't want to run out. The last thing I want to do is run out because Ring Wraiths have lots more hit points than Hydras do, being unique monsters. So I want at least 10. But each potion of detonations will do 25d25 damage in a ball centered around where the potion hits when I throw it. If you drink it, it deals 25... Oh, there's Slay Evil. Jeez, man. Let's see if I get Slay Evil. I may have just screwed myself. Oh, I didn't get the brand anyway, so... Jeez, come on. Oh, Pat, you're away. No, Pat, I had a revelation. I've changed my plan. The new plan, the better plan, is to get 10 potions of detonations and throw those at the Ring Wraith. Because each potion will do 25d25 damage. in a ball around where the potion hits. And I actually have enough for 12 potions now. So I'm going to spawn the ring wraith, I'm going to do all my speed stuff, and I'm going to throw potions at it until he dies. Yeah, 312 on average. Whoops. It's only 90%, what are you talking about? Am I still not at a high enough level to do this reliably? Oh well. I can just pour money into this. What do I care? I'm kind of surprised level 22. I don't have enough alchemy skill to do this at 100% reliability. Right, anyway, 12 potions of detonations. That was the wrong thing. All right. Am I really going to try this? I'm going to try this in the morning, though, when I can see better. I'm going to get one of those just in case. Potion of infravision. I don't need that. Alright, am I really doing this? I think I'm really doing this. You know what? I'm going to quaff my potion of speed ahead of time. I'm not going to quaff a potion of detonations. Oh, that's rude. He won't even let me take the quest. Oh! I got trolled. I wasted a potion of speed. Oh well. That's probably smart of him. And let's drop the Spring of Athalas just in case. I'm not high enough level, yeah. Oh, all that for nothing. Alright, I can take all this crap off and... Alright, let me just get this and then drop the boots off. That was that extra slot. Well, I'm back to, just farming for potion of experience. What is this? Increases hit points by 20. Not much. There's Greater Defender. Does not resist being shattered. Oh well. Alright, and I'm still hoping to see... No. I still need Vampiric as a weapon brand to make my awesome sauce. Weapon that will be my mainstay for the rest of the game. Until I get an artifact. Or until I make it an artifact. More likely. Blessed. Nope. Sense the presence of good beings. You know how few good beings there are in the dungeon? There's actually a really dangerous monster type called angels that are technically good beings, and they will wreck your shit. And also summon crap. Like more angels. That's just, yeah. Some resistances and... Do I have darkness essences in my house right now? I have some. What is going on? Oh yeah, to answer your earlier question of how to get 5 million gold, you buy exploding ammo in the store. You get some poison essences from Wands of Noxious Cloud. You enchant the exploding ammo to be exploding of venom. Hashtag exploding. Even though exploding is not magical, because it is now exploding and of venom, the stores will buy it as if it were double branded. So like once your charisma's high, over 10 grand per piece of ammo. And you just make money that way. You just, because the ingredients are maybe 1,000, under 1,000 per shot, and you get over 10,000 per shot. It's not the most hyper efficient money, but it's super easy to do. Scroll of greater requirements. I'm kind of tempted to read that as opposed to get all the magic essences out of it. I'm pretty sure there's 50 in there. Let me see. Oh, I don't have greater requirement. That changes things. Let me check here. Okay, nothing. Nothing as per usual. Let me get a scroll of greater identify. Let's show off how to do this thing. So I bought this scroll of greater requirement in the store, which means you normally can't identify it. It's already identified. Because the easiest way to get a recipe for something is to read a scroll of greater identify at it, and you will get the recipe. But I can't do that with store-bought items because they're already identified. So, what I do is I get an Essence of Fire. And then I enchant the Scroll of Greater Requirement to be Fireproof Scroll of Greater Requirement. I still can't identify it because I already know what it is, though. And I made it myself. Technically. So now what I do is I extract the fireproof aspect from it. Now, it is a scroll of greater requirement again, but it is no longer flagged as having been purchased from the store, which means I can read my scroll of greater identify at it and get the recipe. And let's just confirm greater requirement. 20 magic essences. What this will do is if I read it, it will spawn an item at my feet, basically. I think greater requirement will do several, and they're generally very high quality, but it's fairly random. What power level and all that is, and I believe it scales with the dungeon level you're on, and yes, it can spawn artifacts onto you. But I believe it scales with what dungeon level you're on. So I don't think I would get anything very good if I read it in town, but I kind of want to experiment. So let's experiment. Let's also get rid of this scroll of nothing that I don't care about. So I have a mace and a paper armor. I'm going to wander over. Feel the mace in your pack is excellent. So it is not an artifact. I'm pretty sure neither one of them is. If it was an artifact, then the feeling you would get is, you get the feeling it is special. Yeah, it's just shocking, which is a trivial quality to get, and that's resist cold. So they're garbage at the town level. But when you go into a dungeon and read them, then you can get awesome stuff. If you go into a deep level dungeon. So that's kind of my plan for late in the game when I'm looking for... Yeah, this counts as dungeon level 0. But later in the game when I'm looking for certain artifacts, the best way to do that really is to get a bunch of scrolls of requirement and read them. And see if you can generate it. But yeah, right now I probably would have preferred to have the 20 magic essences. I think this is the second week in a row, maybe even the third, where I saw the Potion of Experience really early on. Get leveled says, sorry I'm late, sir. Well, you're very late. We're like 45 minutes in. You also missed the dumbest thing. Please type correctly, thank you. Where, one, I realized how I can fight the Ring Wraith, and it's called Potions of Detonations. So I made 12 Potions of Detonations. Then went to start the quest after quaffing a Potion of Speed to set up for it and everything else. And the mayor will not give me the quest because I'm not high enough level. So I can't even fight the Ring Wraith if I wanted to. Why do I keep going into the general store? I don't need to. Just force a habit. Do I have the recipe for Ring of Light and Darkness resistance? I don't. I should probably get that. I'm gonna need... You know what, I'm just gonna extract it because I don't care super hard. Yeah, I got the recipe for that. I always get the recipes I don't need. No, I don't actually need Slay Evil anymore. I have the better plan. When I'm higher level, at which point I won't even need the plan. I'll be able to grind ingredients. So what will I care about the Ring Wraith quest? So does killing Bree's citizens even give you XP anymore? It never gives you XP. You never get XP for killing townsfolk. You kill them at the start to get the 20 bucks that they drop sometimes. And I kill them now just to get them out of my face because they annoy me. Also, a potion of... I got 2 potions of experience in one video. Oh my goodness. Will I get this one? Will I get the shot? The recipe? Everybody, please give me your good luck. I need it. God damn it. Oh for 4. Oh for 4. Ugh. That is... What a depressing way for this video to be closing out. And the worst part is, if I were just drinking them, I'd be level 26 now. Instead of 22. Get leveled says, how high is the extraction chance right now? It is always a 1 in 3 chance to get the recipe. It is fixed. It does not depend on level, or skill, or what the item is, or anything like that. You have a 1 out of 3 chance. That's why it's really easy to extract from staves and wands, because each charge gives you that 1 in 3 chance. So you're basically guaranteed to get it at some point. Staff of Mana. I don't think I will ever need that. But Staves of Mana are usually really nice for mage characters who can't or don't learn recharge. I don't remember what School of Magic recharge is under. But if you can't or don't want to spend the points to invest in recharge, you want wands and staves and potions of mana. Mage Staff of Power, is that... Yeah, just increases spell power and stores the spell. I don't know why I keep looking at the mage items. I usually play a mage in these games when I'm not playing an alchemist. Sometimes I will roll up an unbeliever and die in the mid-30s in level. But usually it's a mage or an alchemist. Sling of extra shots. What is the next game on your list? Well, after this, I need to do my morning Mountain Blade video for Mountain Blade Warband. Still doing that Succession game. My turn ends on Tuesday. Did I just skip night? I might have just skipped that whole night. Oh well. After my turn is up in Mountain Blade Warband, I will be going back to Final Fantasy VI 100%, which is currently I just got Mog in World of Balance. And I'm supposed to do Sealed Cave next. And after Final Fantasy VI 100%, the Ring of Glotto. That is the wrong thing that I pushed. That's pretty garbo. This is Cold Ball and some basic, well, not basic, some resists. Yeah, after Final Fantasy VI, I will probably do some sort of poll or vote or something on Patreon to see what I do next, unless something happens in the meantime and I get an idea or an inkling of what I want to do myself. So yeah, that's basically what's next for me. Oh yeah, I should probably mention, I see the doctor again on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll get my arm out of the sling, or at least not be required to wear it all the time. So I might actually be able to sleep again. The level says a challenge involving Final Fantasy Tactics sounds nice. I've actually done a couple of those, like way back for GameFAQs. SQPat might remember those, I doubt it. One of the things that I remember doing was no, I'm saying you might remember the challenges that I did, but I doubt it. Pat says, Final Fantasy Tactics, what's that? All sarcastically. Due to this day, I'm still in FFT challenge, lol. No, but I actually did one game where I used a Game Shark to force Ram's level to stay at 1 and his XP to stay at 0. Yeah, I did take over an FAQ from Overrated and then immediately lost access to my AOL account. So I haven't really been able to do anything with it, which is unfortunate. I did do an SSCC, I think. Oh, speaking of Overrated, he showed up a few months ago. That's pretty amazing. What am I doing in here? I need a fate. I'm getting all distracted. I don't know what I'm doing. You're fated to meet a silver mouse on level 13. What a waste. I'm pretty... No, what I did a Game Shark SSCC, which is a solo single class challenge, where I forget what the code, the hex address for it was, but it was a weird melange of boss level skills. I did as far as single class challenges, I did a chemist one and a crystal calc one. Crystal calculator. Nothing compared to Overrated's True Calc run. But, yeah, I think I was the first to do Crystal Calc, and then somebody else did it. No, I did a SSCC, I think, of either full or Crystal Calc as well. And I got really stuck on one fight because of my zodiac sign, and then somebody else got... somebody else picked a better zodiac and absolutely blew through it. Yeah, I think I did the first Calc SSCC. Or maybe it was just the first Crystal Calc SSCC. I got stuck at Zalmo of all things, really? I don't even know how you would get stuck at Zalmo. Anyway, this has been a lot of sidetracking into tactics. But we're at time for this episode. 0 for 2 in this episode of Potions of Experience. Trolled by the mayor, can't even attempt the Ring Wraith quest. And I've blown through like 1,000,000 gold. Mostly on that Scroll of Great Requirement. Hopefully next week I will have some better luck. And also hopefully you will join me for it. And until then, take care.